Explore the transformative power of the inner compass by Álex Rovira in this comprehensive audiobook. Through insightful and engaging letters, Rovira guides you on a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Learn to align with your values, embrace change, and live with greater authenticity and purpose. This audiobook covers essential themes such as the importance of forgiveness, the power of gratitude, and the practice of mindfulness, perfect for anyone seeking to improve their life and understand themselves better. Chapter 1: Lessons from My Rich Dad. Introduction. When I was a child, I had two fathers. My biological father, whom I refer to as Poor Dad, and the father of my best friend, whom I call Rich Dad. Both men were influential in my life, but they had vastly different perspectives on money and investing. My poor dad was highly educated and had a stable career, but constantly struggled with debt. My rich dad, on the other hand, did not finish high school, but became one of the wealthiest men in Hawaii. The first lesson: the rich don't work for money. At the age of 9, my best friend Mike and I were eager to become rich. We asked my poor dad how we could achieve this, and he suggested we talk to Mike's father, who was a successful businessman. This marked the beginning of our financial education. Rich Dad taught us the critical lesson: the rich don't work for money, make money work for you. Initially, we didn't understand what he meant. We believed that the only way to earn money was by working hard in a well-paying job. However, Rich Dad introduced us to the concept of investing and creating passive income streams, which was a revelation. Creating opportunities. To teach us this lesson, Rich Dad gave us jobs in one of his stores. Although the pay was meager, the real value was in the business lessons we learned. He taught us to see opportunities around us and think creatively about generating wealth. This hands-on experience was crucial in shaping our understanding of how money works. Learning to manage fear. One of the most important lessons we learned was how to manage the fear of losing money. Most people are so afraid of losing money that they never take risks or invest. Rich Dad explained that failure is a part of the learning process and that we shouldn't fear making mistakes. The key is to learn from those mistakes and continue moving forward. Understanding assets and liabilities. Rich Dad emphasized the importance of understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. He explained that assets are things that put money in your pocket, while liabilities are things that take money out. This simple but profound concept helped us understand how to build wealth by acquiring assets and minimizing liabilities. The importance of financial literacy. Rich Dad stressed that financial literacy is crucial for achieving financial independence. He encouraged us to continuously educate ourselves about money, investments, and the economy. He believed that the more financially literate we became, the better decisions we would make regarding our money. Developing a mindset for wealth. Rich Dad also taught us the importance of having the right mindset for wealth. He encouraged us to think like entrepreneurs and investors, always looking for opportunities to grow our wealth. This mindset shift was essential for us to start seeing the world differently and to recognize the potential for creating wealth everywhere. Chapter 2: The importance of values. Values as our North Star. The inner compass cannot function without a clear north, and that north is our values. Values are fundamental principles that guide our decisions and behaviors. They are like the stars in the sky, constant and bright, guiding us in the right direction amidst darkness and uncertainty. Defining our values. The wise man taught me that to find our path, we must first clearly define our values. He asked me what things I valued most in life. At first, I didn't know what to answer, but with his guidance, I began to reflect on what truly mattered to me: honesty, integrity, compassion, and gratitude. Exploring our experiences. To identify my values, the wise man suggested reflecting on my past experiences. He asked me to think about moments when I felt deeply satisfied and proud of my actions and moments when I felt uncomfortable or regretful about my decisions. Through this exercise, I began to see patterns and recognize the values that had been guiding my actions, even unconsciously. Living aligned with our values. The wise man explained that it's not enough to know our values, we must live according to them. Every action, every decision, must reflect these fundamental principles. When our lives are aligned with our values, we feel a profound sense of peace and satisfaction. Conversely, when we act against our values, we experience internal conflict and discomfort. Reflective exercises. To deepen my understanding of my values, the wise man suggested several reflective exercises. He asked me to write about moments in my life when I felt particularly proud of my actions and other moments when I felt remorse. Through this process, I could identify patterns and better understand what values were truly important to me. Sharpening the compass. By clarifying and living according to my values, my inner compass began to function more precisely. I felt I had a clear guide for making decisions and facing life's challenges. I realized that while the path wouldn't always be easy, I could always trust my values to find the right direction. Impact on our relationships. The wise man also taught me that living according to our values positively impacts our relationships. When we are honest and authentic, we attract people who share our values and create deeper and more meaningful connections. Relationships based on solid values are stronger and more enduring, supporting us in our journey towards a fulfilling life. Practical examples. To illustrate the importance of values, the wise man shared stories of people who transformed their lives by aligning their actions with their values. He spoke of a businessman who prioritized integrity in his business dealings and, although he initially faced challenges, ultimately built a successful and respected company. He also told me about a mother who, by focusing on compassion and love, created an environment of harmony and happiness in her home. Applying values in daily life. The wise man encouraged me to apply my values in all areas of my life, from personal relationships to professional decisions. He taught me that each day presents opportunities to live according to our values, and that by doing so, we not only improve our lives, but also inspire others to do the same. Chapter 3. The Power of Vision. Imagining the future. Vision is another crucial piece of the inner compass. The wise man taught me that to live a full and meaningful life, we must be able to imagine the future we want to create. Vision is a mental image of what we aspire to achieve, a dream that inspires and motivates us to move forward. Creating a powerful vision. To create a powerful vision, the wise man suggested that I take time to daydream. He asked me to close my eyes and imagine myself in the future, living the life of my dreams. He encouraged me to be specific and detailed, imagining not only what I would be doing, but also how I would feel. What kind of person would I be? What would I have achieved? How would my relationships and environment look? Visualization and reality. The wise man explained that visualization is not just a mental exercise, but a powerful tool to transform our reality. When we visualize our dreams with clarity and emotion, we activate our minds and hearts to work towards their realization. Vision provides us with a sense of purpose and direction, helping us stay focused and motivated even in difficult times. The power of intention. Along with vision comes intention. Intention is the commitment to make our vision a reality. It is the force that drives us to take action and persevere despite obstacles. The wise man taught me that intention must be clear and firm. We must be willing to do what is necessary to achieve our dreams, which includes facing our fears and overcoming our limitations. Practicing visualization. To integrate the practice of visualization into my daily life, the wise man suggested that I spend a few minutes each morning and evening imagining my vision in great detail. He asked me to feel the emotion of living that desired life and to use all my senses to make the experience as real as possible. This practice not only helped me stay focused, but also filled me with energy and enthusiasm to face the day. Overcoming obstacles. The wise man reminded me that the path to our dreams is not always easy. There will be obstacles and challenges, and it is important to be prepared to face them. He taught me that each difficulty is an opportunity to learn and grow, and that the key to overcoming them is to maintain a clear vision and a firm intention. With determination and perseverance, we can overcome any barrier and keep moving forward towards our goals. The support of a community. Another important lesson I learned from the wise man is the value of having a supportive community. Surrounding ourselves with people who share our vision and encourage us to keep going can make a big difference in our journey. He encouraged me to seek mentors, friends, and colleagues who inspire and support me in my efforts. Together, we can overcome challenges and achieve our goals more effectively. Examples of great visionaries. To inspire me, the wise man shared stories of people who achieved great things thanks to their vision. He spoke of inventors, artists, and leaders who, despite facing adversity, stayed true to their dreams and changed the world. These stories reminded me that we all have the power to create a vision and work to make it a reality. Chapter 4. The Wisdom of the Heart. Balancing mind and heart. The wise man taught me that to follow our inner compass, it is essential to find a balance between the mind and the heart. While the mind helps us reason and plan, the heart guides us with its intuition and emotional wisdom. Learning to listen to and trust both is crucial for making sound decisions and living authentically. Intuition as a guide. Intuition, said the wise man, is that inner voice that speaks to us without words, a feeling that indicates the right path. Often, We ignore our intuition because we trust more in logical reasoning. However, the heart possesses deep wisdom that can guide us in times of uncertainty. He encouraged me to pay attention to my hunches and trust them, especially when decisions are not clear. Connecting with the heart. To connect better with my heart, the wise man taught me various meditation and mindfulness practices. He showed me how to focus on my breath and listen to my heartbeat, allowing my mind to calm and my emotions to flow freely. Through meditation, I learned to be present in the moment and tune into my true feelings and desires. The importance of empathy. The wise man also spoke to me about the importance of empathy. He explained that by developing the ability to put ourselves in others' shoes and understand their emotions, we strengthen our connection with our own heart. Empathy allows us to build deeper and more meaningful relationships, and helps us make decisions that consider everyone's well-being. Exercises to cultivate heart wisdom. To cultivate heart wisdom, the wise man suggested several practical exercises. He asked me to spend time each day reflecting on my emotions and to keep a journal of my thoughts and feelings. He also encouraged me to practice acts of kindness and compassion, both towards others and myself. Through these exercises, I began to develop greater emotional awareness and strengthen my connection with my heart. Stories of heart wisdom. The wise man shared stories of people who achieved great things by following the wisdom of their hearts. He spoke of leaders who, despite facing enormous challenges, made brave decisions based on their intuition and empathy. These stories inspired me to trust my own heart more and to follow its guidance with courage and determination. Chapter 5. The Power of Action. From Vision to Action. Once we have defined our values and vision, the next step is to take action. The wise man explained that action is what turns our dreams into reality. Without action, our visions and desires remain in the realm of imagination. The key is to take concrete steps and persevere, even when we face obstacles. Overcoming inertia. The wise man taught me that one of the biggest challenges to taking action is overcoming inertia. Often, we feel paralyzed by fear, doubt, or procrastination. To combat this, he suggested breaking our goals into small, manageable steps. By taking one step at a time, it becomes easier to maintain momentum and move towards our goals. Discipline and consistency. Discipline and consistency are essential for effective action. The wise man explained that true transformation does not happen overnight, but through constant and dedicated efforts. He encouraged me to establish daily routines that help me stay focused and productive. Regular practice, even in small doses, is what leads to long-term success. Continuous learning. The wise man reminded me that action does not always lead to immediate success. There will be failures and mistakes along the way, but each of them is an opportunity to learn and grow. He taught me to view mistakes not as failures, but as valuable lessons that bring me closer to my goals. The willingness to learn from every experience and adjust my approach is crucial for continuous progress. Making bold decisions. The wise man also spoke about the importance of making bold decisions. Sometimes, the path to our dreams requires stepping out of our comfort zone and taking risks. He encouraged me to trust my inner compass and have the courage to make decisions that bring me closer to my vision, even if they involve uncertainty or fear. Boldness and courage are essential qualities for achieving great things. Inspiring stories of action. To illustrate the power of action, the wise man shared stories of people who transformed their lives by taking decisive measures. He spoke of entrepreneurs who, despite facing multiple rejections, persevered and eventually succeeded. He also told me about activists who, with determination and constant effort, achieved significant changes in their communities. These stories reminded me that action is the force that moves the world. Practicing daily action. The wise man suggested that I practice daily action by setting clear and specific goals for each day. He encouraged me to start each morning with a to-do list and review my progress at the end of the day. This practice helped me stay focused and celebrate the small achievements that accumulated towards my larger goals. Over time, I developed a sense of accomplishment and confidence in my ability to transform my dreams into reality. Chapter 6. The Value of Patience. The Art of Waiting. The wise man taught me that patience is an essential virtue on the path to our dreams. We live in a society that values instant gratification, but truly valuable things often require time and effort. Learning to be patient allows us to maintain calm and perseverance, even when results take time to manifest. slow and steady growth. To illustrate the importance of patience, the wise man told me the story of the Japanese bamboo. After planting a bamboo seed, there is no visible growth for the first 5 years. During that time, the bamboo is developing a strong and deep root system underground, but once it starts growing, it can reach up to 30 meters in just 6 weeks. This story taught me that even though we may not always see immediate results, constant work and effort are creating a solid foundation for future success. Cultivating patience. The wise man suggested several practices to cultivate patience. He recommended meditation and daily reflection, which help calm the mind and accept the present moment. He also encouraged me to develop gratitude, recognizing and appreciating small progress and the lessons learned along the way. These practices helped me develop an attitude of patience and trust in the process, knowing that each step brings me closer to my goals. Patience in relationships. The wise man also spoke about the importance of patience in our relationships. Sometimes, the people around us may not immediately understand or support our dreams and visions. Learning to be patient with others, listening to their perspectives, and giving them time to adjust to our changes is crucial for maintaining healthy and supportive relationships. Patience allows us to build deeper and more meaningful connections based on mutual respect and understanding. Transformative patience stories. To inspire me, the wise man shared stories of people who achieved great things through patience. He spoke of scientists who dedicated decades to their research before making groundbreaking discoveries and artists who perfected their craft over the years before gaining recognition. These stories reminded me that patience is a powerful force that allows us to persevere and achieve our most ambitious goals. Applying patience in daily life. The wise man encouraged me to apply patience in all areas of my life. He suggested that I set realistic expectations for my progress and celebrate each small achievement. He also recommended that I practice self-compassion, being kind and forgiving to myself when things don't go as planned. By cultivating patience, I learned to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and resilience. The long-term perspective. The wise man emphasized the importance of maintaining a long-term perspective. He taught me that true success and fulfillment come from sustained effort over time. By keeping my eyes on the bigger picture and staying committed to my vision, I could weather short-term setbacks and continue moving forward with confidence and determination. Chapter 7. The Strength of Resilience. The Art of Bouncing Back. The wise man taught me that resilience is the ability to recover from adversity, to get back up after every fall. In life, we will inevitably face challenges and failures, but what truly matters is how we respond to them. Resilience allows us to move forward, learn from our experiences, and grow from them. Learning from difficulties. The wise man explained that every difficulty comes with a lesson. He encouraged me to view obstacles not as hindrances, but as opportunities to learn and strengthen myself. Through reflection and self-analysis, we can discover valuable lessons that will help us face future challenges with greater wisdom and strength. Developing resilience. To develop resilience, the wise man suggested several strategies. First, he encouraged me to maintain a positive mindset, focusing on solutions rather than problems. Second, he recommended that I cultivate a support network, surrounding myself with people who inspire and support me in difficult times. Third, he advised me to practice self-care, ensuring that I take care of my body and mind to be in the best shape possible to face challenges. The importance of adaptability. The wise man also spoke about the importance of adaptability. In a constantly changing world, the ability to adapt to new circumstances is essential for resilience. He taught me that being flexible and willing to change direction when necessary would allow me to face adversity more effectively and find new opportunities amidst difficulties. Transformative resilience stories. To inspire me, the wise man shared stories of people who demonstrated extraordinary resilience in their lives. He spoke of athletes who, after suffering severe injuries, recovered and returned to compete at the highest level. He also told me about entrepreneurs who, after experiencing financial failures, reinvented themselves and built successful businesses. These stories reminded me that resilience is a quality we can all develop, allowing us to overcome even the most challenging situations. Resilience in everyday life. The wise man encouraged me to apply resilience in all areas of my life. He suggested that I view setbacks as temporary and focus on my long-term goals. He also advised me to celebrate small victories and learn from each experience, using them as stepping stones to greater achievements. By cultivating resilience, I learned to navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and confidence. Chapter 8. The Importance of Purpose. Finding our purpose. The wise man taught me that having a clear and meaningful purpose is essential for a fulfilling life. Purpose is what drives us, motivates us, and gives us a sense of direction. When we live aligned with our purpose, we experience a profound sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. Exploring our passions. To find my purpose, the wise man encouraged me to explore my passions and talents. He asked me to reflect on activities that made me feel most alive and on skills I enjoyed using. By identifying my passions and talents, I began to see how I could uniquely contribute to the world. Purpose and service. The wise man explained that purpose is often related to serving others. When we use our talents and passions to help others, we find a deeper meaning in our actions. He encouraged me to consider how I could use my skills to make a positive difference in the lives of those around me. Integrating purpose into daily life. To integrate purpose into my daily life, the wise man suggested setting goals that reflected my purpose. He encouraged me to align my decisions and actions with that purpose, ensuring that each day brought me closer to living in alignment with it. He also recommended that I periodically review my purpose and goals, adjusting them as necessary to stay on the right path. Purpose as motivation. Purpose provides us with a constant source of motivation. The wise man taught me that when we face challenges or moments of doubt, remembering our purpose gives us the strength and courage to keep going. Purpose helps us stay focused and persevere, even when things get tough. Inspiring stories of purpose. To inspire me, the wise man shared stories of people who lived with a clear and meaningful purpose. He spoke of leaders who dedicated their lives to fighting for justice and equality, scientists who worked tirelessly to find cures for diseases, and artists who used their creativity to inspire and move others. These stories reminded me that living with purpose not only enriches our lives, but also has a positive impact on the world. Practices to cultivate purpose. The wise man suggested several practices to cultivate purpose in my daily life. He encouraged me to keep a journal where I could reflect on my thoughts, feelings, and experiences, and use it as a tool to understand myself better. He also recommended that I seek opportunities to express my true self in my daily interactions, whether by sharing my sincere opinions, standing up for my values, or showing my true emotions. By consciously and regularly practicing purpose, I could strengthen my connection with my true self and live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Chapter 9. The Power of Connection. The Importance of Relationships. The wise man taught me that relationships are a fundamental part of our life and well-being. Human connections provide us with support, love, and understanding, helping us grow and thrive. Learning to cultivate and maintain meaningful relationships is essential for living a full and satisfying life. Building authentic relationships. To build authentic relationships, the wise man encouraged me to be honest and genuine in my interactions with others. He explained that authenticity creates trust and allows connections to deepen. By being authentic, we attract people who value our true qualities and are willing to support us on our journey. Empathy and active listening. The wise man also taught me the importance of empathy and active listening. He showed me that by putting ourselves in others' shoes and listening attentively and without judgment, we can better understand their feelings and needs. Empathy and active listening strengthen our relationships and allow us to create an environment of mutual respect and support. Overcoming conflicts. The wise man explained that conflicts are inevitable in any relationship, but handling them constructively is crucial for maintaining harmony. He taught me techniques of assertive communication and conflict resolution, which helped me express my needs and feelings clearly and respectfully. I learned that facing conflicts with an open and understanding attitude can strengthen our relationships and lead to greater understanding and connection. Cultivating gratitude in relationships. To further strengthen our relationships, the wise man suggested that I cultivate gratitude towards the people in my life. He encouraged me to express my appreciation for their support and contributions, and to recognize the qualities and actions I value in them. Gratitude in relationships creates a positive environment and fosters greater closeness and collaboration. Inspiring stories of meaningful connections. To inspire me, the wise man shared stories of people who built significant and transformative relationships. He spoke of friends who supported each other in difficult times, couples who overcame challenges together, and communities that united to to achieve positive change. These stories reminded me that relationships are an invaluable source of strength and joy in our lives. Chapter 10: The Pursuit of Balance. The Art of Balance. The wise man taught me that living a balanced life is essential for our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Balance allows us to manage our responsibilities and desires harmoniously, avoiding burnout and stress. Learning to balance the different areas of life is key to living fully and satisfactorily. Identifying areas of life. To find balance, the wise man asked me to identify the most important areas of my life. These could include work, family, friends, health, personal growth, and leisure. He suggested that I reflect on how I was distributing my time and energy in each of these areas, and whether I felt satisfied with that balance. Setting priorities. The wise man explained that a crucial part of balance is setting clear priorities. He encouraged me to define which areas of my life were most important to me, and to ensure that I dedicated the necessary time and attention to them. He also reminded me that priorities can change over time, and that it is important to review and adjust them as needed. Creating a balanced routine. To help me maintain balance, the wise man suggested that I create a daily and weekly routine that reflected my priorities. He encouraged me to include time for work, but also for rest, exercise, socializing, and personal growth. He taught me that a well-balanced routine not only increases our productivity, but also improves our overall well-being. Learning to say no. The wise man reminded me that to maintain balance, sometimes it is necessary to say no. Often, we feel overwhelmed because we take on too many responsibilities or commitments. Learning to say no assertively and without guilt is essential for protecting our time and energy and maintaining a healthy balance in our life. Inspiring stories of balance. To inspire me, the wise man shared stories of people who achieved and maintained balance in their lives. He spoke of professionals who found ways to balance demanding careers with family life, individuals who overcame burnout by prioritizing their health and well-being, and people who harmonized their responsibilities with their passions and hobbies. These stories showed me that balance is achievable and that it is essential for a fulfilling and satisfying life. Chapter 11: The Power of Gratitude. Recognizing blessings. The wise man taught me that gratitude is a transformative practice that helps us see and appreciate the blessings in our lives. Often, we are so focused on what we lack that we forget to recognize what we already have. Cultivating gratitude allows us to shift our perspective and see the world with more positive and appreciative eyes. Daily gratitude practice. The wise man suggested incorporating gratitude into my daily routine. He recommended starting and ending each day by reflecting on 3 things I felt grateful for. At first, it was challenging to find things to be thankful for, but over time, I discovered many blessings, both big and small, in my life. This daily practice helped me develop an attitude of gratitude and appreciate each moment more fully. Gratitude in difficult times. The wise man explained that gratitude is especially powerful during difficult times. When we face challenges, it is easy to fall into negativity and despair. But finding something to be grateful for, even in the hardest situations, gives us strength and resilience to keep going. Gratitude helps us maintain a positive perspective and find hope and opportunities amidst adversity. Expressing gratitude to others. Gratitude is not just about recognizing our blessings, but also about expressing our appreciation to others. The wise man encouraged me to show gratitude to the people around me through words, gestures, or actions. Thanking others strengthens our relationships and creates an environment of support and positivity. Gratitude is contagious, and by expressing it, we inspire others to do the same. Gratitude and well-being. The wise man explained that gratitude not only improves our relationships, but also has a positive impact on our health and well-being. Studies have shown that gratitude can reduce stress, improve sleep, and increase happiness and life satisfaction. By practicing gratitude, we create a positive cycle that enriches our lives and helps us face challenges with a more resilient and optimistic attitude. Stories of inspirational gratitude. To inspire me, the wise man shared stories of people who found happiness and fulfillment through the practice of gratitude. He spoke of individuals who, despite facing great difficulties, maintained an attitude of gratitude and transformed their lives. These stories showed me that gratitude has the power to change our perspective and open us to a fuller and more meaningful life. Incorporating gratitude into daily life. The wise man suggested several ways to incorporate gratitude into my daily life. He encouraged me to keep a gratitude journal, where I could write daily about the things I was grateful for. He also recommended expressing gratitude to others regularly through words, letters, or small acts of kindness. By integrating these practices into my routine, I experienced the benefits of gratitude and developed a more positive and appreciative attitude. Gratitude and spirituality. The wise man taught me that gratitude also has a spiritual dimension. By recognizing and appreciating the blessings in our lives, we connect with a force greater than ourselves, whether we call it God, the universe, or nature. Gratitude helps us see the interconnectedness of all things and feel part of something larger. He encouraged me to practice gratitude not just for material things, but also for experiences, people, and moments that enrich my life. Chapter 12. The strength of humility. The value of humility. The wise man taught me that humility is an essential quality for living a meaningful and fulfilling life. Humility allows us to recognize our limitations, learn from others, and remain open to new experiences and knowledge. Being humble does not mean belittling ourselves, but having a realistic understanding of our capabilities and a willingness to grow and improve. Recognizing our limitations. Humility begins with recognizing our own limitations. The wise man explained that no one knows everything and that we all have areas where we can improve. By accepting our limitations, we can be more receptive to feedback and more willing to learn from our mistakes. Humility allows us to stay in a constant state of growth and personal development. Learning from others. The wise man reminded me that we can always learn something from others regardless of their age, experience, or background. He encouraged me to listen attentively and value the perspectives and knowledge of those around me. Humility allows us to recognize the value in others' contributions and helps us build richer and more meaningful relationships. Maintaining an open attitude. Humility also involves maintaining an open attitude towards new ideas and experiences. The wise man taught me that life is constantly changing, and we must be willing to adapt and learn new things. He encouraged me to explore new opportunities and not be afraid to step out of my comfort zone. Humility allows us to embrace uncertainty and find growth and novelty. Humility in leadership. The wise man explained that humility is especially important in leadership. Humble leaders are those who recognize their own limitations, value their team's contributions, and are willing to learn and grow alongside others. He taught me that humble leadership is not about exerting power, but about serving and supporting others in their development and success. Inspirational stories of humility. To inspire me, the wise man shared stories of people who demonstrated extraordinary humility. He spoke of leaders who, despite their great achievements, remained humble and accessible, and of individuals who overcame great challenges by maintaining a humble and receptive attitude. These stories showed me that humility is a powerful force that allows us to connect more deeply with others and live more authentically and meaningfully. Cultivating humility. The wise man suggested several practices to cultivate humility in my daily life. He encouraged me to reflect on my experiences and acknowledge my limitations and mistakes. He also recommended seeking feedback from others and being open to their perspectives and advice. By consciously and regularly practicing humility, I could strengthen my connection with others and foster a more supportive and collaborative environment. Humility in everyday actions. The wise man taught me that humility is demonstrated in our everyday actions. He encouraged me to practice humility in my interactions with others by listening attentively, valuing their contributions, and expressing appreciation for their support. He also advised me to approach new experiences with an open and receptive attitude, willing to learn and grow. By cultivating humility in my daily life, I could build deeper and more meaningful connections and live with greater integrity and purpose. Chapter 13. The value of authenticity. Being true to oneself. The wise man taught me that authenticity is the key to living a full and satisfying life. Being authentic means being true to oneself, expressing our true ideas and feelings, and acting according to our values and principles. Authenticity allows us to live with integrity and build relationships based on trust and mutual respect. Developing authenticity. To develop authenticity, the wise man suggested that I take time to know myself better. He encouraged me to reflect on my values, passions, and goals, and to identify what truly makes me happy and fulfilled. By understanding better who I am and what I truly want in life, I can make decisions more aligned with my true self. Authenticity in relationships. The wise man explained that authenticity is fundamental to building meaningful relationships. When we are authentic, we attract people who value and respect our true essence. He taught me that being honest and transparent in my relationships allows me to build deeper and more authentic connections. Authenticity in relationships also involves being brave and expressing my thoughts and feelings, even when it is difficult or uncomfortable. Overcoming the fear of judgment. One of the biggest obstacles to authenticity is the fear of judgment and criticism from others. The wise man encouraged me to face this fear and be brave in expressing my true self. He reminded me that we can never please everyone and that it is more important to be true to ourselves than to try to meet others' expectations. By overcoming the fear of judgment, we gain greater freedom and confidence to be who we truly are. Living with integrity. The wise man taught me that living with integrity is a crucial part of authenticity. Integrity means aligning our actions with our values and principles even when it is difficult or inconvenient. He explained that living with integrity gives us a sense of peace and internal coherence and allows us to build a reputation of reliability and respect. By acting with integrity, we not only benefit ourselves, but also inspire others to do the same. Authenticity in work and personal life. The wise man encouraged me to be authentic not only in my personal relationships, but also in my work and other areas of my life. He explained that being authentic at work means being true to my values and passions and seeking opportunities that align with them. It also means being honest and transparent in my work interactions and building a career that reflects who I really am. By living with authenticity in all areas of my life, I can create a more harmonious and satisfying existence. Inspiring stories of authenticity. To inspire me, the wise man shared stories of people who lived with authenticity and made a significant difference in the world. He spoke of artists who expressed their creativity without fear of criticism, leaders who stood up for their principles despite adversity, and individuals who found happiness by being true to themselves. These stories reminded me that authenticity is a powerful force that allows us to live with integrity and purpose. Practices to cultivate authenticity. The wise man suggested several practices to cultivate authenticity in my daily life. He encouraged me to keep a journal where I could reflect on my thoughts, feelings, and experiences, and use it as a tool to understand myself better. He also recommended seeking opportunities to express my true self in my daily interactions, whether by sharing my sincere opinions, standing up for my values, or showing my true emotions. By consciously and regularly practicing authenticity, I could strengthen my connection with my true self and live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Chapter 14. The Power of Forgiveness. The liberating power of forgiveness. The wise man taught me that forgiveness is a powerful force that frees us from the weight of resentment and bitterness. Forgiving does not mean forgetting or justifying the actions that hurt us, but letting go of the anger and freeing our mind and heart from suffering. Forgiveness is an act of love towards oneself, allowing us to heal and move forward. Forgiving others. Forgiving others can be one of the greatest challenges we face, especially when we have been deeply hurt. The wise man explained that forgiveness is not an act we do for others, but for ourselves. By forgiving, we stop giving power to those who hurt us over our emotions and well-being. He encouraged me to practice empathy and try to understand the motivations and circumstances of those who hurt me, recognizing that we are all human and make mistakes. Forgiving oneself. The wise man reminded me that besides forgiving others, it is essential to learn to forgive oneself. We all make mistakes and sometimes hurt ourselves with our actions or decisions. Self-compassion and self-forgiveness are crucial for our growth and well-being. He encouraged me to acknowledge my mistakes, learn from them, and let go of destructive self-criticism, allowing myself to move forward with a more positive and constructive attitude. The process of forgiveness. The wise man taught me that forgiveness is a process that requires time and effort. He suggested several steps to facilitate this process. First, acknowledging the pain and its impact on me. Second, accepting my feelings without judgment. Third, consciously deciding to let go of resentment. And finally, finding a way to express my forgiveness, whether through a conversation, a letter, or simply in my heart. This process helped me release the emotional burden and find greater inner peace. Forgiveness and reconciliation. The wise man explained that forgiveness does not always lead to reconciliation. Sometimes, it is better to maintain distance from those who hurt us to protect our well-being. However, in some cases, forgiveness can open the door to reconciliation and rebuilding broken relationships. He taught me that reconciliation requires effort and commitment from both parties, and that we must be patient and understanding in this process. The impact of forgiveness on health. The wise man explained that forgiveness has not only emotional benefits, but also physical ones. Studies have shown that people who practice forgiveness have lower stress levels, better cardiovascular health, and stronger immune systems. He encouraged me to consider forgiveness as an integral part of my overall well-being, not just as a tool to heal emotional wounds. Forgiveness in different cultures. The wise man shared with me how different cultures approach forgiveness. In some spiritual traditions, forgiveness is seen as a sacred act that connects us with the divine. In others, it is a community practice that strengthens social bonds and promotes harmony. By learning about these diverse perspectives, I could appreciate the universal value of forgiveness and its importance in creating more just and compassionate societies. Inspiring stories of transformative forgiveness. To inspire me, the wise man shared stories of people who achieved forgiveness in extreme situations. He spoke of war and conflict survivors who found the strength to forgive their enemies and individuals who forgave those who caused them great personal pain. These stories showed me that forgiveness is possible even in the most difficult circumstances, and that it has the power to transform our lives and relationships. Practices of forgiveness. The wise man suggested several practices to incorporate forgiveness into my daily life. He encouraged me to meditate on the people and situations I needed to forgive and to visualize myself letting go of the resentment. He also recommended writing letters of forgiveness even if I did not send them, to express my feelings and release the emotional burden. By regularly practicing forgiveness, I experienced greater peace and inner freedom. Chapter 15. The practice of generosity. The power of generosity. The wise man taught me that generosity is a transformative practice that allows us to share our blessings with others and create a positive impact in the world. Generosity is not just about giving money or material goods, but also about offering our time, energy, and love. By being generous, we connect more deeply with others and enrich our own lives. Generosity of spirit. The wise man explained that generosity of spirit involves being kind, understanding, and compassionate towards others. He encouraged me to practice empathy and offer my support and encouragement to those in need. Generosity of spirit allows us to create an atmosphere of love and care, and it helps us build more meaningful and lasting relationships. Generosity in action. To practice generosity, the wise man suggested that I look for opportunities to help others in my daily life. He encouraged me to offer my time and skills to causes and people in need and to be aware of the needs of those around me. By acting generously, we not only improve the lives of others, but also find a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. The impact of generosity on community. The wise man reminded me that generosity has a significant impact on our communities. By being generous with our time, resources, and support, we can help build stronger and more resilient communities. He taught me that generosity creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to be generous as well and fostering a spirit of cooperation and solidarity. Inspiring stories of transformative generosity. To inspire me, the wise man shared stories of people who demonstrated extraordinary generosity. He spoke of philanthropists who dedicated their fortunes to charitable causes, volunteers who offered their time and skills to help those in need, and ordinary individuals who performed acts of kindness and generosity in their daily lives. These stories showed me that generosity has the power to transform lives and communities, and to create a more just and compassionate world. Practicing generosity in daily life. The wise man suggested several ways to practice generosity in my daily life. He encouraged me to set aside time each week to volunteer for a cause I care about or to help someone in need. He also recommended that I practice small acts of kindness, such as offering a smile, a kind word, or a helping hand to those I encounter each day. By incorporating these practices into my routine, I experience the joy and fulfillment that comes from being generous. Chapter 16. The power of patience. The art of waiting. The wise man taught me that patience is an essential virtue on the path to our dreams. We live in a society that values instant gratification, but truly valuable things often require time and effort. Learning to be patient allows us to maintain calm and perseverance, even when results take time to manifest. Slow and steady growth. To illustrate the importance of patience, the wise man told me the story of the Japanese bamboo. After planting a bamboo seed, there is no visible growth for the first 5 years. During that time, the bamboo is developing a strong and deep root system underground. But once it starts growing, it can reach up to 30 meters in just 6 weeks. This story taught me that even though we may not always see immediate results, constant work and effort are creating a solid foundation for future success. Cultivating patience. The wise man suggested several practices to cultivate patience. He recommended meditation and daily reflection, which help calm the mind and accept the present moment. He also encouraged me to develop gratitude, recognizing and appreciating small progress and the lessons learned along the way. These practices helped me develop an attitude of patience and trust in the process, knowing that each step brings me closer to my goals. Patience in relationships. The wise man also spoke about the importance of patience in our relationships. Sometimes, the people around us may not immediately understand or support our dreams and visions. Learning to be patient with others, listening to their perspectives, and giving them time to adjust to our changes is crucial for maintaining healthy and supportive relationships. Patience allows us to build deeper and more meaningful connections based on mutual respect and understanding. Transformative patience stories. To inspire me, the wise man shared stories of people who achieved great things through patience. He spoke of scientists who dedicated decades to their research before making groundbreaking discoveries and artists who perfected their craft over the years before gaining recognition. These stories reminded me that patience is a powerful force that allows us to persevere and achieve our most ambitious goals. Applying patience in daily life. The wise man encouraged me to apply patience in all areas of my life. He suggested that I set realistic expectations for my progress and celebrate each small achievement. He also recommended that I practice self-compassion, being kind and forgiving to myself when things don't go as planned. By cultivating patience, I learned to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and resilience. The long-term perspective. The wise man emphasized the importance of maintaining a long-term perspective. He taught me that true success and fulfillment come from sustained effort over time. By keeping my eyes on the bigger picture and staying committed to my vision, I could weather short-term setbacks and continue moving forward with confidence and determination. Chapter 17. The practice of mindfulness. The essence of mindfulness. The wise man taught me that mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and engaged in the moment, without judgment. It involves paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations with an open and accepting attitude. Mindfulness helps us to cultivate a deeper awareness of our inner and outer experiences, enhancing our ability to respond to life with greater clarity and wisdom. Benefits of mindfulness. The wise man explained that mindfulness has numerous benefits for our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. It can reduce stress, increase focus, and improve emotional regulation. By practicing mindfulness, we can develop greater resilience, enhance our relationships, and experience a deeper sense of peace and contentment. Mindfulness practices. To cultivate mindfulness, the wise man suggested several practices. One of the most fundamental practices is mindful breathing, where we focus our attention on the sensation of our breath as it flows in and out of our body. Another practice is mindful observation, where we pay close attention to our surroundings, noticing the details of the sights, sounds, and smells around us. He also recommended mindful movement, such as yoga or walking meditation, where we bring awareness to the sensations of our body in motion. Integrating mindfulness into daily life. The wise man encouraged me to integrate mindfulness into my daily life by bringing present moment awareness to routine activities. He suggested practicing mindfulness while eating, by savoring each bite and paying attention to the flavors and textures of the food. He also recommended being mindful during conversations, by listening attentively to others and fully engaging in the interaction. By incorporating mindfulness into everyday activities, we can cultivate a greater sense of presence and appreciation for life. Mindfulness and emotional regulation. The wise man explained that mindfulness can help us to better manage our emotions by increasing our awareness of our emotional experiences. When we are mindful, we can observe our emotions without becoming overwhelmed or reacting impulsively. This allows us to respond to challenging situations with greater calmness and composure. He encouraged me to practice mindfulness during moments of emotional intensity, by taking a few deep breaths and grounding myself in the present moment. Stories of mindfulness transformation. To inspire me, the wise man shared stories of people who experience profound transformations through the practice of mindfulness. He spoke of individuals who overcame anxiety and depression, improved their relationships, and found greater fulfillment in their lives. These stories demonstrated the power of mindfulness to bring about positive change and enhance our overall well-being. Mindfulness and compassion. The wise man emphasized the connection between mindfulness and compassion. When we are mindful, we become more attuned to the experiences and suffering of others. This increased awareness can foster a deeper sense of empathy and compassion, motivating us to act with kindness and support towards those in need. He encouraged me to practice mindfulness not only for my own benefit, but also as a way to cultivate greater compassion and connection with others. Chapter 18. The power of wisdom. The journey towards wisdom. The wise man taught me that the pursuit of wisdom is a lifelong journey. Wisdom is not just about accumulating knowledge, but about applying that knowledge in ways that benefit ourselves and others. It involves a deep understanding of life and the ability to live with integrity, compassion, and purpose. Learning from experience. The wise man explained that one of the primary sources of wisdom is experience. As we live and face challenges, we have the opportunity to learn and grow. He encouraged me to reflect on my experiences, learn from my mistakes, and apply the lessons learned in the future. Wisdom develops through introspection and a willingness to learn from each experience. Wisdom and intuition. The wise man reminded me that wisdom is also connected to intuition. Our intuition is an inner source of knowledge that guides us in our decisions and actions. He taught me to trust my intuition and listen to my inner voice, which often knows what is best for us. When combined with knowledge and experience, intuition allows us to make wise and informed decisions. The pursuit of knowledge. To develop wisdom, the wise man suggested maintaining an open and curious mind. He encouraged me to seek knowledge from various sources, read books, learn from others, and explore new ideas and perspectives. The pursuit of knowledge helps us expand our understanding of the world and enriches our lives with new experiences and insights. Applying wisdom in daily life. The wise man taught me that true wisdom is demonstrated in our daily actions. He encouraged me to live according to my values and principles, act with integrity, and make decisions that reflect a deep understanding of life. Wisdom manifests in how we treat others, the choices we make, and our ability to face challenges with resilience and grace. Wisdom in different cultures. The wise man shared how different cultures value and practice wisdom. In some traditions, wisdom is associated with elders who are respected for their experience and knowledge. In others, wisdom is sought through meditation, contemplation, and the study of sacred texts. By learning about these diverse perspectives, I could appreciate the richness and depth of human wisdom. Wisdom and decision-making. The wise man taught me that wisdom is essential for making sound decisions. He encouraged me to consider both logic and intuition when making important choices, and to evaluate the potential consequences of my actions. He explained that wise decisions often require patience and reflection, and that it is important to be willing to adjust our course when necessary. Wisdom and decision-making allows us to navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. Inspiring stories of wisdom. To inspire me, the wise man shared stories of people who demonstrated extraordinary wisdom in their lives. He spoke of philosophers and spiritual leaders who dedicated their lives to seeking and sharing wisdom, individuals who made wise decisions in critical moments, and ordinary people who lived with integrity and purpose. These stories showed me that wisdom is a quality we can all develop, and that it has the power to transform our lives and the lives of those around us. Practices to cultivate wisdom. The wise man suggested several practices to cultivate wisdom in my daily life. He encouraged me to keep a journal where I could reflect on my experiences and the lessons learned, and to seek opportunities to learn from others. He also recommended practicing meditation and contemplation to calm the mind and connect with my inner wisdom. By incorporating these practices into my routine, I could develop a deeper understanding and clarity in my life. Wisdom and community. The wise man taught me that wisdom is not just an individual pursuit, but also a communal one. By sharing our experiences and learnings with others, we can enrich our communities and foster a sense of connection and mutual support. He encouraged me to participate in discussion groups, listen to others' stories, and contribute my perspectives. Shared wisdom creates a stronger and more resilient social fabric.